So, as you guys saw yesterday, I can't remember what happened yesterday. Oh, this. But before I go any further into today's video, I have to, I brought a bunch of stuff over from the shed to the garage, temporary garage, while the main garage is getting dealt with. Anyway, yeah, sorry, I was just looking at, this is brand new and I want to know like what exactly landed on this to make it look like that. Maybe brake cleaner? Could be. Anyway, so it's messy. I brought my bolt tray, as well as another one down there. My drill, I guess I can go up here. My intake, my duct intake that would sit right here. Don't mind me butchering this. I'm actually gonna go with the grinder and kind of make that perfect, and that's gonna sit back there. However, I'm gonna modify that quite a bit where it comes this way. So anyway, the first task is really to clean up this whole section here, and then I get to finish the alignment on this thing. I'm pretty excited about that because I figured out how bad I was out and I get to work on it a little bit more. So as you can tell, she is pretty straight. Well, just this side is poking up a little bit, so I have to take that in just a tad. But I am using my handy dandy stick. So what I do with this stick is I line it up with the back wheel, line it up here, and as you can see, there's a little gap in between there. So that is how I did that, and for the most part it's doing pretty good. So what I'm going to do right now is just try and clean up this area here. I'm going to put in a time lapse and just make the environment walkable, because as of right now my brain is just in a mess because everything here is a mess. So let me get it cleaned up and then come back to you guys. So I now have in here relatively clean, especially for where I will be walking. So what I will be doing today, the main thing as of right now, so on the list was the fuse. On the list was the fuse box, and now is raising the front of the car. Now it is raised as it is. However, I am not 100% done with the alignment. And what I did notice is that the camber bolts on top of the strut itself might be further tilted that way compared to the other side. So I'm gonna mark both bolts where the pivot ball is. So now when I turn it, I know exactly what angle it's gonna be in. So as of right now, you can tell that this side almost sits pretty flush. Almost. Oh, I didn't clean back here. And this side here is just about this. It's in a little bit more than the other side. So I'm just gonna adjust this side here and bring it this way a bit. And once I do that, I will then recheck the camber, the toe, and then I'll be happy with that until I take it to get a proper alignment on the machine. But as of right now, this is gonna save my tire's life. by it not being so far out, I can drive on the car for a little while without getting alignment. It won't be a daily driver. Well, weekend warrior. So first things first, I might just actually just tamper with the toe of it, and then if I need to touch it a bit, I'll do that. But as of right now, I think she's pretty decent. But let's go. Alright, so now I've adjusted the camber bolt, and as you can see, guys, she pokes out a little bit past the fender, which is perfect. That's where I wanted it. And I'm gonna clean up here first because I don't want to come here to this. So, but the goal is to do the same thing on this side, and that is in quite a bit. And then adjust it so it comes out, poke out just a tad more. I'm gonna lock this out 100% to the right side, well, of me, and that will give me an idea on how much I need to bring in to match that side. So let's bring that out now. So now that I have the front exactly where I want it, just about flush with the fender. Super happy with that. It lined up with my stick, my stick alignment tool. All right, so now that I have my, I can't see it good on that side. I have my plates in. The next step is getting down to the wiring for my coil pack. I might even shorten those wires because they are just a bit too long. So I might shorten them, but before I go any further, I need to, in terms of shortening, I need to figure out why not all of them are getting spark. So I am going to go and check that out right now. So first things first, I need to eat away the wiring here, as well as I'm gonna double check the wiring for this. This is for the crank position, which is located right on the starter, the alternator, my bad. So let me just dig through all the wiring here and try and get that sorted out so I don't mess up. I don't know. Anyway, let's start taking this apart. While I'm in here, I also want to reroute my fuel lines and bring them more closer this way, because my idle air control valves sit right here. So I wouldn't be surprised if that kind of mess up something. I doubt it, but I mean, you just never know. Have to go through everything. I'm going through everything coil related. Alright guys, so now I am going, oh, my YouTube channel. Tunes. Oh, freaking hell. Alright, so I need to give this computer time to charge and then I'll be back with you guys. Alright, so we are now online. Let me go and turn on the car. Well, ignition. So right now I'm just going to go in, get connected to the ECU, and I am going to recheck all my coil wire ports. Just to kind of see if the intake manifold was actually pressing on any wires. Even if it wasn't, or if it was, I still want to take it apart and fully investigate it. So as of right now, oh, I'm low on fuel. I'm low on fuel. To my studio, use controller. So it says I have no fuel in the car. Of course, it's saying that I'm at 4% throttle, but the throttle position is plugged out, so that is normal. So let's test injectors and spark. So I'll start off with enable. So this would be cylinder number 1, coil. So when I turn that on, there should be spark here. I'll try and put a camera where. Zoom out. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna go through and test each injector, each coil, and see what happens. As of right now, let's check it out. I'm not getting a thing. What the heck? Oh, that's coil B. So as you guys can see there in the picture, now let's see. That is getting some very, very good spark. I almost touched it just now. And I'll try B. B would be over in the backside. So let's let me disconnect this and hook it on to B. So as of right now, I'm not gonna just go through everything with you guys, but I'll tell you what I'm doing. So I'm just going through each coil pack. Once I've established that it's only cylinder 1 working, I will then go through the rest and figure out how she goes. So I'll be right back. And yeah, I'm just gonna fast track it so you guys see exactly what I'm doing. So now that it's about that time for me to leave, I figured out what the problem was. And it was silly me. There's two things. Number one, I'll just turn it around. So when I go into my settings and I go down to, let's say, ignition stuff, so there is coil unplug, but up here it was set to single, so only one, which is coil number 1, would fire. So then I switched it to coil unplug, and now all the coil packs now work, all the wiring now works, all the plugs work. However, 2 of my coils do not respond. I hooked up, I have a new set, I have a brand new coil here I bought as a spare. I'm gonna have to get another one, but as of right now, I can clean up the wiring, reroute things where I wanted to get rerouted, and this car should be running very, very soon. But that's my issue. Now that I have figured that out, tomorrow's objective is to get this engine bay as clean as possible. I can make it being in this position, and then call Nemesis tomorrow and see if he can order me 1 coil pack, since I have another one there. I'm thinking of I should get another one as a spare, but yeah, for the most part, I figured it out. So excited. Anyway, guys, that's it for tonight. It is late. I am going home, but I will see you guys tomorrow. Anyway, peace out. See you tomorrow.